It's 2 o'clock. Good afternoon. I'm Rhys Wicks with 2NURFM Hunter News. Police have arrested a 17-year-old youth at Medford this morning for allegedly being armed with a knife. Central Hunter Police were called shortly before 9 a.m. to a unit block near the intersection of Shannock Drive and Chelmsford Drive. Police allegedly had to talk the youth down off a fence before he was taken to Maitland Police Station. Newcastle Lord Mayor Nuatali Nelms will go before an extraordinary meeting of council tonight where she is calling for state and federal governments to establish a jobs task force. She's highlighting the loss of more than 1,000 jobs from the rail and shipbuilding industries, as well as a decline in the mining sector. Nuatali Nelms says the Jobs Task Force will provide job opportunities through partnerships with the community, industry and unions.
It's very important for the hunter. We need to also address the government's role in procurement and the industry participation plans for public and private procurement, given that the recent shockwaves created via significant job losses in shipbuilding, the local rolling stock industry and its supply chain, as well as local manufacturing.
Australia could do more for Syrian refugees, however Singleton may not be the best housing destination, according to Hunter MP Joel Fitzgibbon. Singleton Army Base was once the home of 500 people displaced from Kosovo in 1999 under Operation Safe Haven, and is now in the spotlight as a possible solution for those fleeing the Middle East. Joel Fitzgibbon says the Singleton option could be considered further down the track.
First things first, we need to increase our share of the world intake. I think we have a moral obligation to do so. We can afford to do so, but how people are settled is another different proposition that would need to be considered in the future.
Newcastle Greens councillor Michael Osborne is questioning a decision by several Liberal councillors to rescind a motion over council's future investment plans. A move to invest in stocks which are environmentally friendly and socially responsible was opposed by Liberal councillors Brad Luke, Lisa Tierney and David Compton last week. Michael Osborne says the public is supportive of the original decision.
There's been a poll that the Australia Institute has released over the weekend where 2 out of 3 Novocastrians, they want environmentally and socially responsible investment. So really, council should be listening to our residents. We should be doing the right thing and we should reject this Liberal councillor rescission motion.
A meeting will be held by council tonight to discuss plans for Maitland and East Maitland aquatic centres. Proposals have come underway to privatise the pools, although concerns are raised over less pay for staff and lower safety standards if privatisation comes into place. United Services Union organiser Andrew Riles says the quality of services will slip if the centres are taken as a business.
We do have concerns about the ongoing safe use of the pools by the community. I mean, when you stop viewing important council services as a service and start viewing them as a business, inevitably corners are cut in order to make a profit. And when corners are cut, the quality of the service dips.
World Physiotherapy Day is being celebrated today, with researchers at the University of Newcastle undergoing recruitment for the investigation of shoulder impingement syndrome. Shoulder pain increases consistently with age and is the third most common musculoskeletal cause for people to visit their GPs. The research will involve spinal x-rays in people who have this condition. Associate Professor Suzanne Snodgrass says researchers are looking for study participants aged 40 to 80 years.
As you get older, you tend to get a little bit more rounded shoulders and rounded in your spine, and we think this may be contributing to some of the shoulder pain symptoms that older people get. We're recruiting people from age 40 to age 80 for this study, and it only requires people to come in on one day for all the measurements. There's no sort of repeat measurement.
In finance, the All Ords is up 41 points at 50.92, and $1 Australian is buying 69.46 US cents.
Sport for our sponsor, Warners Bay Sports Club, Fishing Expo, September 13.
The Newcastle Knights New South Wales Cup side are hoping the return of a few first-grade players could be what's needed to get them over the line this weekend. The Red and Blue came away victorious against Manly in the first week of the semis and were quick to shift their focus to their next finals match against Penrith. Coach Matt Lantry says a number of key players could be returning.
We're hopeful to get a few back. Clint Newton will more than likely come back along with Jake Mamo. Ideally Sam Mataora might drop back as well. So certainly those three are ones that will slot into our team.
A Swansea under-18s footballer is facing a life ban after allegedly headbutting a referee in a face-breaking in the face, breaking his nose. The incident occurred in a C Division decider over the weekend, and Northern New South Wales Football have begun investigations into the matter. And in hockey, after taking down Maitland on Sunday, Norths are now set to face Souths when they come up against one another in this weekend's preliminary final. 2NURFM news time is 2:05.